welcome to my channel Deep Pasture Universe. Today I'll be covering for the first four Lagnas how will be your October 2024. I have already prepared a video on Jupiter retrograde which is there on my channel. So I got a comment about can you detail out something related to Jupiter retrograde, because I mentioned what exactly happens when Jupiter is retrograde. Okay, so I will mention few things in these coming Lagna videos and in further monthly videos also, that what exactly will happen, because this Jupiter retrograde, according to the transits that are happening, the overall result according to the Lagnas will also change. So Jupiter retrograde will give you both the results. Sometimes for few Lagnas it will give bad results also, and for few Lagnas it will give mixed results also, good and bad both. So accordingly, with the changes that are happening, because planets over here in the months, you will see they are interlinked. Like in October when Jupiter is getting retrograde, so we have to see that even Rahu, which is there in the nakshatra of Saturn, and Saturn will be there in the nakshatra of Rahu. So this connection is also forming, and we should understand one thing: whenever there are few months remaining, like for Saturn, just few months are remaining for it to transit in next sign, next zodiac sign. So the major effect, if you are or to get good results of Aquarius sign, then in these last few months you will get those fruits. So we have to understand everything accordingly and how the results you are going to get. So you cannot vaguely give everything, like Jupiter is there in the Taurus sign for Taurus Lagna and it is getting retrograde, so you will get this result. No, it happen like that. So I will start firstly with Aries Lagna. For Aries Lagna, Jupiter is getting retrograde on 9th October. So you will, whenever something is changing, okay, so if a planet is changing, like big planets are changing their zodiac signs, even I'm very soon going to make a video on Mahadasha and Antardasha also. So that will be in parts to make you understand how Mahadasha Antardasha gives results. So similarly, when a planet changes, planet either gets direct or retrograde, or it changes the zodiac sign, you will start getting its impact few days before only. So that's the reason from October itself only, from the beginning, even though it is getting retrograde from 9th October, but the impact you will start feeling what exactly is going to happen from the beginning of the October itself only. Now, one thing you must tally over here, that this Jupiter is present in the second house, which talks about your finances, your family matters, your food, your speech, your family business. One who could be even working or somewhere, his or her work could be linked with any of the family businesses or finances, that also could be there. So possibly because your Jupiter, which is lord of your ninth and 12th house, is there in the second house and it will get retrograde. Now with that you have to even see Rahu and Saturn. Rahu is currently there in your 12th house. Rahu always remains retrograde. Saturn is already retrograde. Okay. And it is there in the 11th house, which is lord of your 10th and 11th house. And one thing one must remember, that when this Jupiter is getting retrograde, at that time, before that time itself only, before 9th October itself only, from 5th October, Saturn will enter in the nakshatra of Rahu, that is Shatabisha nakshatra, and Rahu will be there in the Saturn's nakshatra. So this is overall combination that is forming. So from 5th October, before that itself only, okay, every planet when it is entering in a particular phases, even your Mahadasha, the same pattern you see in your Mahadasha also, when it is entering in a particular phases, before that only, before few days, you will start getting the impact of it. So overall, Saturn, Rahu and Jupiter, all these three planets are going to give you result. And important thing about these three planets are that all three will be retrograde, some heavy karmically dutiful something is going to come enter in your life. So That's the reason we have to interlink it very properly, so that you need to understand what results you are going to get. Now, depending on what Mahadasha Antardasha is going on, I don't know what Mahadasha Antardasha is particular native is going on, but because Saturn is lord of your 10th and 11th house, it is retrograde, heavy career or professional related duties. Okay, whatever desires you had in your profession, in your work, okay, related to your status, even if you are not working. So because Saturn is getting retrograde and it is there in the 11th house, so it will be beneficial for lot of you. If it is even retrograde in your chart, you will get quick result of it, because Saturn retrograde gives quick result. So there is a connection that is forming between the Saturn and Rahu, which is a Parivartan Yog, Nakshatra Parivartan Yog. So a yog is forming between 10, 11, and 12th house. So many of you can get opportunities from abroad, or if you were looking for some opportunities where multinational companies involved, even you wanted to get into a field of medical science in a hospital, or any kind of police service. Okay, and this also connects that there could be a travel and opportunities from there also, so some foreign kind of culture also from there. Okay, online work can also be done at this time. Now this connection is forming. Another connection which is forming is of Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter, that is Pisces sign. Rahu is placed, so Jupiter also becomes very important over here in giving results of these two planets. So Jupiter is currently transiting in the Taurus sign. Okay, so this is the interlink which is forming now over here. So Jupiter will be retrograde, and it will form a connection with Rahu and even with Saturn. So this connection will somewhere impact your family life, your financial conditions, and even your food habits. Along with that, your speech. Many of you can get opportunities, as I said, financial opportunities from foreign people or from foreign countries, or even one can get any kind of business kind of work where you can export import, or even along with that, many of you, because even the 12th house lord is Jupiter sitting in the second house, one can get opportunities to gain in foreign currencies. Okay, that can be through either you do some online work, or something where you are connected to a multinational company or export import. Okay, so there will be a connection. Okay, so many of you can even start eating lot of continental cuisines of different countries, like continental, Mexican, Chinese. So this can even disturb your health. Okay, especially stomach related issues, indigestion. If I talk about Ketu is currently there in your sixth house. Now Ketu mostly will be there in the Virgo sign, because the aspect of Jupiter is already there in the Ketu, in the house of Ketu, in the sixth house. So you might have seen that now your daily routine work, which was getting a certain degree of hindrance before May 2024, now you are able. Venus will be firstly transiting from its Mool Trikon sign, which is Libra. Now Libra falls in your seventh house. Now, being in the Mool Trikon sign, this could be the time where one can look for marriage proposals. One can even look for some newborns. And even if you are married, then this could be the right time when you can have a very conjugal or very blissful atmosphere at home with your spouse. Okay, you can go for a travel also. And then this is even something where I would say somebody who wish to start a new business, this could be the right time when you can start a new business, because your second house and your seventh house will be heavily activated. So the transit of Venus in the Scorpio sign from 13th October will be another good time, especially for those people who are into financial sectors. For your finances, it could be good time. In relationship, if you are married or in any partnership, some up and down could be there, but still, because Venus in 8th house talks about the physical relationship, the attraction between the two energies, the female and the male energy. So this could be really good time for those who are in relationship, who are married. So for them, this could be very good time. For financial matters, this could be very good time, but for health issues, especially if I talk about women, you can have some problems related to your private parts, uterus, or anything to do with PCOD and PCOS. So you have to check in for all these things. Else, still, I would say the whole month looks really good for the transit that is happening uh, because of the Venus being your the lord of your second and seventh house, which are your Marak houses. But still, I would say Venus will give you very good result for the whole month, and the transit over here are interconnected because Jupiter is transiting in the sign of Venus, which is Taurus, and in the exaltation sign of Venus, we have got Rahu. So somewhere they are making a very beautiful combination. Now, if I talk about Mars, the transit of Mars is there in the Gemini sign, and on 20th October, it will enter Cancer sign. So Mars in October is already in a mode to enter its debilitation sign. So when Mars is about to enter its debilitation sign from the Gemini itself only, it will start impacting your health, okay? Because it's the Lagna Lord. It's your Lagna Lord and 8th house Lord. So it will disturb your mind. And because it is going in the 4th house, your mind is disturbed. So your peace of mind gets disturbed. Your home life gets disturbed. So over here, some disturbances, some health issue can come, especially when it is entering the Cancer sign. So you have to keep in check, especially of your mental health. You don't overreact, you don't get angry, you don't start fighting in your home. So you have to keep in check of the mental peace and harmony of your own happiness, and even in your home life also. So you have to keep in check of all this. Health issues to your mother can also pop up at this time. So you have to keep in check of all this for Aries Lagna, especially in October. Now, if I talk about Mercury and Sun will be there in the Virgo sign from 16th September to 17th October. From 17th October, it will enter Libra sign where it gets debilitated. So the 5th house Lord first, it will be there in the 6th house, and from 17th October, it will be there in the 7th house. It will get debilitated. So most probably, many of you who are in relationship, their relationship can see go through a lot of toggles and a lot of hurdles, problems, fights, difficulties. Okay, if you are in a relationship, even if I talk about if you have children, or you are about to give any competitive exam, there also you have to fight a lot. But I would say, especially if you are about to give any government exam or any competitive exam, try to finish off within 17th October, because after that Sun is getting debilitated from 17th October. So most probably from 17th October till 16th November, when Sun will be there in the Libra sign. So this is a combination where Mercury will also be there, because Mercury is making a combination with Sun till 10th October in Virgo sign, and from 10th October it will enter Libra sign, and then it will make a combination or conjunction from 17th October along with Sun. So most probably what you need to do is, if you are in a relationship and you want to marry your love, okay, your boyfriend, girlfriend, then this could be the right time, because Sun is getting debilitated over here. Sun is like your father, your ego. So your ego gets surrendered in love. So over here, many of you can get settled in life, and that could be love marriage. Many of you can marry their love partner, someone whom they like. This could also mean many of you at this time can look for progeny also, can look for marriage, arranged marriage also. And this is even the possibility of attaining a position, governmental position. This is a very strong time for someone to get any government position or clearing any competitive exam this whole October month. And as I said, Saturn and Rahu, the kind of combination they are making, it is somewhere uh, outshining that This time, October month, is especially for those people who are looking for that desire fulfillment, who are looking for that opportunity to see a rise in their status, to see some fulfillment, some kind of fulfillment, either in their career, profession, in their status, to fulfill their desire. See, status can be fulfilled through different ways. Through profession, you get a position. You Sometimes what many people feel is, okay, I bought this car, I bought this house. Now my position in society has on one step ahead. Okay, so this is how your status rise if you feel that certain conditions are to be fulfilled. Talking about Taurus Lagna. For Taurus Lagna, your Jupiter, which is Lord of your 8th and 11th house, is sitting currently in your Lagna and getting retrograde on 9th October. So you will start getting impact of this Jupiter from the beginning of October itself only. Beautiful thing is, Saturn will be entering in the nakshatra of Rahu, Shatabisha nakshatra, from 5th October. It's already retrograde. Rahu will be there in the nakshatra of Saturn. So this is all three major planets will be there, interlinked, retrograde. So something big is about to happen. I especially ponder for most of the lagnas, this will be a big change. Like for Aries, it's a big change. For Taurus, something big is about to happen. So I would mention just one important thing over here, that because the Saturn is about to enter Pisces sign, and whenever a big planet is about to change its zodiac sign, before that itself only, it will start giving you the result of that particular house. Um so many of the Taurus Lagnas will get the fruits of Aquarius, the result of Aquarius sign, while before it is entering the Pisces sign. So now you will see here that the Taurus Lagna people, because your Saturn is currently retrograde in the 10th house and Rahu is there in the 11th house. So the combination, the Parivartan, the Nakshatra Parivartan, which is forming between 10th and 11th and 9th, because Saturn is also the 9th house lord. So because of some travel, because of some travel change, there could be possibility that your luck rises. Okay, and you see opportunities coming your way to build your career. Okay, to improve your career. So if you were looking for some big opportunity in your career, profession, or to see a rise in your status, then this will be the time when those final call will happen in October and November. So October is one of the best time for Taurus Lagna, because next year Saturn is about to change its zodiac sign. So one can even visit somewhere, because ninth house is also active because of the Saturn retrograde. So many of you can travel or visit somewhere, either a small distance or a long distance, and because of that travel, luck will rise, and some career opportunities can come in your life, and some big career opportunities to enhance your position, give you opportunity to increase your financial conditions also. So something big can happen. Even the transit of Jupiter, which is there in the Taurus sign, and because from 9th October it will even get retrograde. So most of you will see there is a rise in your wisdom, your knowledge. You can find a guru. Okay, a guru, or you can go for any degree, higher degree, bachelor's degree or any higher education degree, because it is lord of your 8th house and 11th house. This transformation will be very sudden, and that too it is getting retrograde. So suddenly you will get a big opportunity in your career, or anywhere where you have to go for basic education or higher education. Some guru, at this time you can meet some guru, you can find your guru, that also is there. So something big is about to happen in your life. The only thing I would say, because it is lord of your 8th house, Jupiter being the lord of your 8th house, it will give you sudden transformation with hurdles. It could be related to research work also, some deep insights, some deep knowledge also. So here your wisdom will increase, your knowledge will increase. So these things are possible. You leave apart the financial matters because second house talks about financial matters. Taurus being your lagna, it definitely talks about family, finance, but being the lagna, it mostly talks about your head, your face. Okay. So your characteristics are mostly like Taurus, but being the Lagna, you are stable. So Jupiter will give you wisdom and will provide you stability now. Now, stability in what? In your profession, in your life. If you are looking for some opportunities in any kind of uh, profession or education, this is the time you can meet your life partner if you are unmarried. This is the time when you can reinitiate your marital life if it got disturbed. It is the time when you can reinitiate your business if it got disturbed. Okay. Then you can look for progeny also. Okay. Why I'm saying reinitiate? Because Jupiter retrograde always talks about reinitiation of something. Okay. So you have to reinitiate something. Jupiter retrograde being the lord of your 8th and 11th house, and you have to see the interconnection that is forming. Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter all are retrograde. They are interconnected at this point of reinitiate. What do you have to reinitiate? That you left behind. One step ahead that you left behind, you have to reinitiate that. You look for what you have to reinitiate. You look where they are exactly aspecting, which is more prominent according to your Mahadasha, Antardasha right now. But these three planets together, retrograde and making a connection, are talking about reinitiation of something. I have told you what could be something that is going to reinitiate. The reinitiation of any kind of education in your life, basic, higher, something related to research, something related to profession, reinitiate something. Okay. You will get opportunities, big opportunities. Suddenly you will start getting opportunities because next year Saturn is about to enter Pisces sign. So before itself only, before that only, it has to give result to Taurus people because Pisces sign falls in your 11th house. Okay. So it has to give result before only. So this is the major shift for Taurus sign people. Now Mars is there in the Gemini sign. Gemini is falling in your second house. Mars being in the Gemini sign, and then on 20th October it will enter its debilitation sign. So you have to keep in check of what? You have to keep in check of your speech, the way you are speaking. And if the Mahadashantar Pratintar is of Mars, then mind it, some expenditures can come, some losses can happen in your family or finances, some travels can come in your life. You can go far away, some distant travel, some changes can happen. One can even look for marriage proposals. Some marriage proposal can also come because this is the connection which is forming between Mars being the lord of your seventh house, and it is connecting with the second house. Second house is also somewhere linked with your marriage, if it is arranged marriage, and because it is also a Marak house. So somewhere, and then it is going to the third house. So before it enters the third house, your marriage opportunities are also there. Some call or some proposals can come. Okay. And through your family, because it will be arranged through your family, not love. Now, while Mars is getting debilitated, one need to keep in check. Mars predominantly in third house is very good, though it is in the debilitation sign in the third house, but still it will give you very good result in terms of changes, initiation of something new, because Mars in third house talks about your willpower. You over here will use your willpower in initiating something new, and travels will come, changes will come. But mind it, this will disturb only your relationship with your neighbors or siblings. Okay. Because Mars, if it is there in the enemical sign in your second house, it makes you very harsh in speech, straightforward. So such people become very blunt until less some kind of other yoga is forming. this is like a sharp knife. So Mars in second house, that too in the nickel sign, they are very analytical people. They are very good in maths, but they're very sharp like knife. So they can be very harsh at times, very straightforward, blunt. But when this Mars is entering in the debilitation sign in third house, this has both good and bad effects, because it will help you initiate something in your life, but will it even disturb your relationship with siblings and neighbors. So you have to keep in check of that, and mind it while you are driving short distance travels. While any kind of travel or commute, you have to check how you are taking turns, and along with turns, how you are speaking with people. Okay, so these things, and some can uh, even but this Mars can even disturb your relationship with the father also. You can have a fight or some issues with your bosses or father, something like that, because the direct aspect is going on the ninth house. Now, if I talk about Venus, Venus being the lord of your first house, so here Jupiter will be retrograde. Okay, so Venus being the lord of your first and sixth house will be there in the sixth house Libra sign, and on 13th October, it will enter your seventh house, Scorpio sign. So Venus will most probably give you very good result of your Lagna and sixth house, some new beginnings in your daily life. Some, if you are looking for a new job, as I said, this is the time where something big can happen. So some new job, some new opportunities, you can win over any competition, you can start something new in your life. It is all talking about new initiations. Okay, so this is a very good time, especially if I talk about all this. And even you will win over your enemies competition, because this is very good actually when Venus is there in the Mool Trikon sign, the Libra sign, because this is like someone who is able to win over their competitions, their enemies, especially if it is there in the starting degrees, because later degrees, here in the later degrees, the degrees after 15 to 30, Saturn gets exalted in Libra sign. So most probably Libra is all about where you have Venus energy, along with that Saturnian energy of hard work. So these people are even very hard working if you have got Venus in Libra sign. So it's a very good combination. So you will get very good result of it. After that, when on 13th October, Venus will enter Scorpio sign. So here you will see some kind of attraction between you and your spouse if you're married. And if you're unmarried, as I said, some proposal can come for marriage. Okay, because ultimately Mars is also there in the second house. Some marriage proposals, especially arranged marriage proposals, can come over here for Taurus Lagna people. So very good. And if you're married, then attraction will be there between you and your spouse, and some travels can be there with your spouse. Along with that, financial, as I said, expenditures, as I see. So one can go along with their partners to distant places or for enjoyment. Okay, so this is also foreseen for all the Taurus Lagna in October. Another transit that is happening is of Mercury and Sun. So Mercury will be there in the Virgo sign, and on 10th October it will enter Libra sign. So Mercury will also be there in the Mool Trikon sign in the fifth house, and then Sun is also there in Virgo sign till 17th October. So the conjunction of Sun and Mercury makes Buddha Aditya Yoga, that too in the fifth house. It's really good for progeny. It's really good for one who wants to initiate the bachelor's education, one who want to do trading, one who want to get any government exam, one who want to clear any government exam, any government position, any hereditary government position, either in school or any you want to take any technical education also there also. So this is one of best combination that is forming for October month. And then from 17th October, when Sun will get debilitated, especially in the sixth house Libra sign, there with Mercury it will make Buddha Aditya Yoga. So it is good, but one thing you need to keep in check: it will disturb health of your mother and the children. It can disturb the home environment, some fights and some disturbances because of loan or debt, or after 17th October, one can check for health issue, and do not do any kind of trading and investment, else it's like foreseen that some losses can happen, especially for Taurus Lagna people. So now I will talk about Gemini Lagna. For Gemini Lagna, your Lagna Lord Mercury will be currently transiting in the Virgo sign. So Virgo sign, which falls in your fourth house, it will be there till 10th October. On 10th October, it will enter Libra sign, the fifth house. So along with Mercury, Sun will also be there, which is Lord of your third house. So Sun in the fourth house with Mercury will form a Buddhaditya yoga till 10th October, because on 10th October Mercury will enter in the Libra sign in the 5th house and Sun will enter Libra sign on 17th October. So one thing you need to keep in check, that in the 4th house this Buddhaditya Yoga is good for all those people who are into school education, okay, who are doing any kind of trading, for your home life. This is very good for your intellect. This is very good for your home life, for your own intellect, mind, peace, happiness in your home, all these things, okay, for your school education, basic education. This is very good. But when this Sun and Mercury together in the fifth house, this is good for education. But this will even disturb your relationship. Why? Because Sun here will be debilitated, and Sun being the Lord of your third house, your willpower will somewhere get disturbed. So one might work hard in their education, their basic education, but still won't get very good result, up to the mark result. Similarly, talking about the relationship here, though Sun is getting debilitated and it's in the sign of relationship, but still one need to keep in check it's the sign of Venus, and because it's the sign of Venus, and Venus will also be impacting the Libra sign till 13th October. So you will see Venus will be ahead of Sun and Mercury when Sun and Mercury will be transiting in the Libra sign. So Sun and Mercury in the Libra sign and Venus will be there in the Scorpio sign. So one will see that some kind of ego clashes can disturb your relationship. So you have to let go or surrender your ego, pride in any relationship. So Venus and Sun, this kind of combination forming in Gemini, for Gemini Lagna in October, after, especially after 17th October, you have to see that if you want to be in any relationship, any kind of relationship, you have to let go of your pride and, ego. You have to surrender yourself, then only you will get that love, because in the next house you have Venus in the sign of Mars. So, and that love and bond and attraction, so you have to let go of, surrender your ego and pride, then only you will get that. Similarly, one who are looking for childbirth and progeny, I would suggest, because while Sun and Mercury are transiting in the fifth house, the Libra sign, but Venus will be transiting in your sixth house, Scorpio sign, and that to Martian energy. I would say skip this time if you're looking for a childbirth or progeny. It's not a good time. So while I'm discussing about Venus, Venus will be there in the Libra sign till 13th October, and on 13th October it will enter Scorpio sign. So Venus being the Lord of your 12th house and 5th house, it's really good if it is there in the Mool Trikon sign, that is in the 5th house. It's good for relationship, it is good for childbirth and progeny. Okay, before 13th October you can look for childbirth, progeny. You can go for an outing with your loved ones, or if you're in a relationship, and even you can do any kind of trading also. Okay, you can export import your product in foreign market. You can go for education in foreign lands. You can make changes in your life, shift in your life. You can do anything at this time. This is a very good time. But after 13th October, when Venus will enter Scorpio sign, now this is the sign falling in the 6th house. And because Mars, we have to see Mars is also transiting in the Gemini sign, and after that in its debilitation sign, which is Cancer. So firstly it will be there in the first house, and then it will enter the second house. So most probably, firstly, till the time it is there in the first house in the Gemini sign, when Venus is there in the Scorpio sign, it will more so ever increase your anger. So, and why it will increase your anger? You are getting competition, you are in that competitive mode right now. You have that attraction, you have that, uh, that spirit, that energy to fight. Okay, Venus is in the sign of Mars, Martian energy, that's Scorpio sign. So you have that uh, energy in you to compete, to fight. And even this energy is also the bond between a male and a female energy. That attraction is also there, the deep attraction to attract not even just wealth but love also, and physical bond, along with that any kind of position also. So that energy is there right now. But how Mars is transiting? Firstly, Mars being the lord of your 11th and 6th house will be transiting in the first house, where it is in the enemical sign. So Mars will more so ever increase your anger and frustration. Okay, so till the time Venus is there in the Scorpio sign from 13th October, Mars is firstly there in the Gemini sign. So firstly it will increase your frustration and anger. Okay, then after that, when it will enter Cancer sign on 20th October, this anger and frustration will melt down. Okay, because Mars getting debilitated in the Cancer sign, which is a watery sign. So the anger will melt down, and you will see some flow of opportunities, financial opportunities coming your way, some gains coming your way. So this is the energy which is forming at this time. Even this energy of Venus being in the Scorpio sign of the especially sixth house for Gemini Lagna, this even talks about those who are working into financial sectors like CA, like bank, like any kind of insurance, any other financial work for them, or any kind of trading also, real estate trading or any kind of trading also, where finance has to be included. For them, after 20th October, you will see flow of gains and opportunities to increase your wealth. Okay, that money flow will be there. So money will start flowing. Firstly, it will bring frustration, then opportunities and gains and increment will start to flow in your life. Your Rahu, Jupiter, and Saturn. Rahu and Saturn are making a Nakshatra Parivartan Yog. Saturn will be there in the ninth house, retrograde, and on 5th October it will enter Satyabisha Nakshatra. Satyabisha Nakshatra is that of Rahu, and Rahu is already there in the Saturn's Nakshatra in your 10th house. So both are retrograde, both are making a Nakshatra Parivartan Yog. Now similarly, Jupiter being in the 12th house, Taurus sign, will also get retrograde from 9th October. So these are interconnected. These are interconnected because Rahu is sitting in the sign of Jupiter. So when they are interconnected, how you are going to get the result? So all three planets are retrograde. So somewhere some big opportunity is coming your way, some big change. And why I'm saying this big change? Because next year Saturn is about to enter Pisces sign, that is falling in your 10th house. So it has to give you result of ninth and 8th house, ninth house especially, the house where it is currently transiting, so that when it enters the 10th house, you start getting the result of that 10th house. So Saturn is ready to give you the result of ninth house now. So if you were looking for that change, the big change, where you feel your luck is now favoring you, you wanted to travel, you wanted to shift to new place, some faraway place, some opportunities from far places, this is the time when you will get that opportunity. If you haven't got any of the haven't received any such opportunities yet. Now, because Saturn is there in the ninth house, because of your luck, because of your changes that are coming in your career, some movement, some changes are coming in, you will see opportunities from foreign lands or multinational companies or anything to do with faraway places. Okay, but this is like a shift. This change will shift your place. Okay, so it will shift your place. So this is a big change, big opportunity coming your way. So one can get opportunity from foreign lands or faraway place in your own country. This can even give you opportunity for higher education also. Okay, so this is interlinked. Ninth house, 10th house, and 12th house. You can interlink the connection. One can go for higher education in foreign countries, one can go for career enhancement in foreign countries, one can get opportunities faraway place in your own country, multinational companies, something to do with 12th house related matters. Okay, 12th house over here because it's the Taurus sign. So Gemini people, if you will get opportunities related to Taurus sign, then it will always be related to either finance, money, or related to food. Okay, and some people can even get into nursing or hospitality, or something to do with medical. Okay, that also is one of the connection forming over here. So now I will talk about Cancer Lagna, the final Lagna for this. For you, the most important connection that is forming in this month is that of Saturn, Jupiter, and Rahu. Saturn is currently falling in your 8th house. Because Saturn is transiting in your 8th house and it is retrograde, and on 5th October it will enter Shatabisha Nakshatra, and Rahu will be there in the Saturn's nakshatra, and Rahu is there currently transiting in your 9th house. So both are interconnected nakshatra wise. There is a nakshatra parivartan yoga which is forming. Now both are retrograde. Rahu is always retrograde, but Saturn is also retrograde. And one important mention over here is about Jupiter, which is there in your 11th house, and it will get retrograde on 9th October. So these three are forming a connection. So these three forming a connection will give you a very good result. Like, because Saturn is there in the 8th house. Before Saturn enters your 9th house, it will give you major transformation of life that you never ever thought. So, with the help of luck, you can get some very big transformation in life. So if you are in the elder ages, above 30, one can get opportunity from far away places of foreign countries. Some foreign culture can call you for higher education or research, and even it can be something related to your higher profession, maybe academics related to being as a professor. So this is all interlinked. Before Saturn enters the Pisces sign, it will bring some major big transformation. So that transformation is about to come. It will that transformation will be like it will make your life will go upside down. So some major change is about to come. So if you're married, so maybe a childbirth or progeny can happen in your life. If you're unmarried, maybe you get married at this time. If you are looking for a change in your career, that change happens. If you wanted to enter into any kind of higher education, uh, like master's or PhD or any research work, that opportunity you can get from faraway places, either in your country or foreign countries. Okay, so that big change that will turn your life upside down, some big transformation, that is about to come. And why I'm saying it will be different for different people, because no kundali is same. Even if you have Cancer Lagna, every person will be dealing with different situation depending on your Mahadasha, Antardasha, and your age and your circumstances. Every person will be dealing with different situation. I'm just giving you a brief idea about what is going to happen. This is the situation which is forming, where Cancer people, I am telling you, this Saturn, before it leaves the sign Aquarius and enter Pisces, it will transform your life heavily. I mean to say, not in a very wrong way, but very positive way. Maybe, as I said, one can see a childbirth in their life, one can get married, one can go for a higher education, master's, PhD, research, or one can become a scientist, one can become a professor, one can go to foreign lands. They never thought of going to foreign land. Suddenly they go to foreign land. Things suddenly transform. And in the next few years, because Saturn will be entering your Pisces sign in 9th house, something related to your higher education, something related to foreign countries, something related to travel, something related to education, academics, uh, being a professor, being a teacher, something related to all this, or you become a father, or you start focusing on other things of your life, some new changes. Okay, so lot of things, something big is going to transform in your life. So that big transformation will come in this month. So it is triggering this Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter together triggering that. And Jupiter falling in your 11th house is talking about some desire fulfillment. Okay, long term desire fulfillment, long term desire that you had, that is going to fulfill in this time period. Especially as I mentioned, the nakshatra parivartan that is happening between Saturn and Rahu in this time period, especially from 5th October till 15th November, is a big time. It's a big time where uh, something huge is going to happen that will turn your life upside down. I would say something very transformative. You will see your desire has fulfilled, the long term desire that you had, that will fulfill at this time. Now, I have talked about Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu, third house. So, Ketu, because Jupiter is already aspecting it, so it's not making much more impact in your life. It's not making too much impact, especially when it is getting conjunct with other planets, other uh, small planets. Then you will be seeing some effects, but those effects are very trivial one, which are not going to majorly impact your life. So now, if I talk about Mars and Venus, Venus being the lord of your, 11th house and your fourth house. Here, Venus will be there in its Mool Trikon sign, Libra sign in the fourth house. So it is very good transit, especially for your home life, for your, as I said, that will bring happiness in your home life. Some vehicle, property, some renovation, something can happen at this time. You can buy a new vehicle, home for you, even uh, or you can even at this point of time you can even renovate your home. So this is possible for all the, you know as I said, for all the Cancer Lagna people. Now, when Venus will enter Scorpio sign in the fifth house, you will see that on 13th October, when it will enter the Scorpio sign fifth house, this Venus being the lord of your 11th house and fourth house will somewhere impact your relationship. Why I'm saying relationship will be impacted over here? Because ultimately the transit of Mars, because Venus is there in the Scorpio sign. So the transit of Mars is through its inimical sign Gemini in the 12th house, and then in its debilitation sign Cancer on 20th October in the first house. So this will ultimately increase your anger. So some breakup or separation in relationship. This can even disturb your relationship, and even it can disturb your education. It can even disturb bond with your children. Okay, because of your anger and because of your rage. So you have to check in your behavior. This will even, as I said, this will even disturb your education and creativity, not just your relationship. So you have to keep in check of all this. One may even see that your child is going away from you, either for education or just because of your own behavior. One get separated. Okay. So as I mentioned, the transit of Venus and Mars will be interlinked, because Venus will be firstly there in the Mool Trikon sign, which is very good. Even the transit of Venus in the Scorpio sign is good for attraction. If you don't have any love relationship, then this could be very good for attraction. Okay, forming a bond with other uh, partner. Okay, or love bond, or any kind of attraction, short duration attraction. But this is not really good for all those who are already in a relationship. This could mean separation, some kind of separation in your relationship, because the transit of Mars is not so good. As I mentioned, Mars is transiting from the inimical sign and then the debilitation sign from the 12th house and the the your first house. So losses could be there, loss of relationship, loss of money, loss of friends. So these are possible. Even in your education, you won't be able to focus much on your education at this time. So after 13th October, I would recommend you to uh, just chant Hanuman Chalisa. That would be very helpful for all the Cancer Lagna people. Now, if I talk about Mercury and Sun, Mercury will be transiting from the Virgo sign, and on 10th October it will enter Libra sign. So Virgo sign falls in your third house, and then Libra sign falls in your fourth house. The sun will also transit from the Virgo sign till 17th October, and then it will enter its debilitation sign, Libra, which falls in the fourth house. So till the time it is there in the Virgo sign, so till 10th October, both Mercury and Sun will be there in the Virgo sign. It's very good. It's very good for someone who could be very hardworking, to initiate something in their education or in their career. So it's a very good time for hard work, for education, for initiation of something in their life. And one can even travel with their family or travel without their family to far places. But when the sun will enter its debilitation sign in the fourth house, so being the lord of the second house, entering the fourth house, it talks about, and especially it is debilitated in the sense that your second house talks about your family matters, your family, your speech, your well-being, your finances. It is getting debilitated in the fourth house, so somewhere it is impacting your own home life. And even Mercury being the lord of your 12th house and your third house is entering the Libra sign on 10th October. So somewhere when they will get conjunct, some finance related issues can enter, some expenditures can enter in your home life, for maybe for some renovation or for your mother's health or your home life or something you have to buy for your home and your comfort. So some expenditures are going to come. So this can even disturb your home life, your finances, especially your finances can get disturbed. And if you look into the transit of Venus over here, Venus, while Sun and Mercury are transiting in the Libra sign, Venus will be transiting in the Scorpio sign next to it. So here, more so ever, some financial losses could be there, but those losses are not for some health issue or something like that, but they are majorly for your home life, maybe for your comforts. You are going to buy something, or for your children, or for your own comfort. You are going to do something. So these are the combination which are forming in uh, October for Cancer Lagna people. So this was all my analysis for the four Lagnas. How will be your October 2024? And I have already mentioned about Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter retrograde will impact along with Saturn and Rahu, especially in the month of October and November. We have to always give result of any planet in uh, accordance with the other transiting planets. So I cannot lamely say that because Jupiter is getting retrograde, so it will give you this result, that result, or that result. No. In October and November, it will give you result according to the transit of Saturn and Rahu, because majorly these two are also forming a Nakshatra Parivartan Yoga, Rahu and Saturn. And all the three planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu, will be retrograde. Rahu is always retrograde, but Saturn and Jupiter both are getting retrograde. So these three are making a combination. So in October and November, some major shifts are about to happen. And as we all know, next year Saturn will enter Pisces sign. So before that, it has to give result of Aquarius sign to all the Lagnas. So whatever result you are awaiting till now related to Aquarius sign, now in the last few months you are going to get the result. Especially in the October and November, many of the people are going to see the result, because in the later months, like especially from January to March, some shifts will happen. Some major shifts you will see, you are at the right position or situation of your life. So when this change will happen, Saturn will enter Pisces sign, those impacts you will start seeing. Okay, so this was all from my side. If you need any kind of help, you can definitely contact me for consultation. Thank you so much.